right, here we go.
All right, welcome back, guys. Episode 3. Nuno, welcome back to United States, Mr. International.
I mean, literally just welcome back. You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised you made it out of Newark Airport with all the shit show going on there.
Surprisingly, there was no issues. There was maybe like a half-hour delay, but I'm back.
It's crazy the stuff that's been going on. 60 to 90 seconds they didn't have
Radar?
yeah.
Like, I don't, bro. Like, you don't have radar, bro? Like, that's,
I don't think it was just
comforting.
radar. It was like no communication. Either.
Yeah. So they can't see anything. They don't know. It's like, oh,
They
yeah,
said like a copper wire burned out or something.
Yeah, and like an old wire that they have going.
Probably a Newark City rat chewed through it.
But most likely.
No,
Or a bum. A bum stole the copper.
Someone's stealing copper.
Oh, man.
There's a lot of construction going on over there, so.
Where they're building another runway.
New terminal, new
New
runway.
terminal's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, welcome to Jersey.
Yeah, I wish I was still on the beach though.
Mr. Turks and Caicos over here.
Yeah.
He was there for IRS. If you're listening, he was there. He was there scouting new locations. It's 100% legit. Right off.
Calm down.
Visiting his business.
Yeah. That's where we have the bank accounts, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
That offshore money, that Pokemon money.
Oh, well, while you were gone, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you saw these black and white leaks.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
What do you guys think of the black and white set so far?
Can I swear?
I mean,
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I guess.
Bullshit.
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 What do you mean, bro?
800 cards.
Bro, it's a big set, yes.
Pokemon
800 cards.
Severely underprinting, and they decide, you know what we'll do? We'll do the biggest set we've ever done.
Aren't they breaking it into 2 sets?
Yeah, so it's going to be...
But there's one set. There's 2 sets, but they go together.
They've done this before in Japan where...
Yeah, they release them at the same time.
Yeah, it's one drop, but then like one basically box has this specific amount of cards, the other box has these cards. So if you're chasing a specific one, you need to get that specific box. But this is the first time they're going to do it in the States, so it's going to be actually
Same name as well.
See how it goes.
Yeah, that's actually
Weird.
actually true.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
same
weird.
name.
They usually don't. They usually change the name.
Oh, is it? If in Japanese and
I think so,
English?
I think so.
Interesting.
So they're getting really imaginative now.
Yeah, but bro, the 150 something IRs/SARs, that's wild.
And Baby Shiny.
This is not going to be a set you want to collect.
Bro,
Oh, hell no.
Imagine.
yeah. Imagine how you do a master set of this.
It's going to take you, what, 8 years to complete the set?
Years.
By the time they do all the reprints?
I mean, you guys remember how hard it was to collect all the, well,
Don't even say
specifically for you, Ben, all those baby shinies from Shiny Fates?
It didn't take me that long, actually. I just spent like an hour on TCG Player.
I mean, after
I
how
bought
many
them
packs,
all.
though?
Yeah, I didn't even realize there were Baby Shinies in the set.
Which one?
Shining Fates.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
That was the whole theme of the
exactly.
set.
I never pulled it.
Oh.
I never pulled any. I would just like, I maybe pull like 1 or 2, and then I'm like, oh, how many cards do I need to complete this set? And I'm like, since when does this do with this a thing?
But what's the deal? This set's gonna have like a lot of alt arts or something.
Yeah,
I was reading.
SIRs.
Yeah, so
IRs,
there's those like
IRs.
special illustrations where it's like it's not just like the half of the card, it's going to be the whole card's an illustration of the Pokemon.
Gotcha.
And they're doing one of those for every Pokemon of that region.
So this is Japanese first,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Japanese always drops first, and then it's going to be the English.
but it is
in
confirmed English is releasing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there a release date?
July, I think.
July. Yeah. Is it in and around CollectCon?
Yeah.
Like the
I think
16th?
it's the...
It's the Friday before CollectCon, isn't it?
I think it's after. Isn't Collecton before?
I think the
Oh,
16th
it's
sounds about right.
Oh, no, that's Gundam.
Is
That's
it?
Gundam release weekend.
Yeah, so I think it's after. I think it's like 20 something.
Go on, Bandai, if you want to join us Gundam release weekend.
But yeah, it's going to be crazy. Well, I remember I was on the site for the Pokemon Center drop, and yeah, that was...
I was on vacation. I missed it.
Yeah.
You go away every time there's a
release.
drop.
Another release.
You just like to torture yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, trust me.
I tried. I was on my phone, like just waiting, trying to refresh, and then it got into that page where you had to wait, and I was just staring at it, just waiting.
Wait,
But-
so you're telling us that you went to Turks and Caicos and spent your time staring at the Pokemon Center in the screen?
It was on the way to the resort, so
Dedicated to the game.
I had a little bit of time. Just bad internet though.
T-Mobile worked on there,
Yeah.
but not great service.
No, not great service. No.
Shout out to Mo.
The spot.
better than Runway, though.
Yes, yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, I heard some people here had issues too though with getting on Pokemon Center.
Yeah, but
Yep.
the bots
Yeah.
finally fighting back.
Yeah, it seems like they figured something out for the bots because the drop, like, in the past, I guess when you saw the drop store, they would only be like 2 hours basically, and then after those 2 hours, like everything would be gone. This actually lasted almost all day.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually going
But then a
on
lot of people
almost
had
all day.
had issues even
Yeah,
getting
like,
getting in the queue and in queue and holding the place in line.
well, for us, we got the error, saying that we were a bot for some reason. But yeah, it was a pain. Like, waited after that, put in the info and still gave us that error. Couldn't get that. So they still have a lot of kinks clearly to work out because how you gonna? And then I saw a lot of people actually got that same error. People that weren't bots. So I guess they're fighting against the bots so hard that they're actually
It's a
hurting
good way
non-bots.
fighting against ban everyone.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
It's mistaking regular users, like inputting information.
Yeah, basically, because I
Yeah.
guess I input the information too quick because obviously it's saved in the computer. So you just click on it, it fills everything out for you.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking it was either that or I really don't know why it did that. But
You've got to be quick to get it, but just not fast
Not
enough
quick
for it
enough.
to be a bot.
yeah,
Yeah.
Did you
very-
guys manage to get anything?
No,
Nope,
No.
nope.
I don't even try anymore.
Yeah. At this point, oh well, I think Paul did get a. I don't know if I don't think he got one of each. I think he just was able to get one. I think he got White Flare.
Because it's the only place you can get the Pokemon Center exclusive ones,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which we usually get and then Nuno steals.
No. I ordered.
I mean, that's not even something we usually had at the shop. It was something that we used to actually just collect for ourselves. So like every
Yep.
time a new set came out, I'd always keep one Pokemon Center sealed ETB in my collection. Probably since surging, I haven't been able to do that anymore.
Nuno's the ultimate scalper. He opened up a card shop just to scalp his own product.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't do
First
that.
online every time. Oh, man.
He gets a product early. That's why. That's the only reason he opened this with us.
You seen the videos of the vending machines at Target? People would come in, they'd be waiting online, camped out all night. They'd walk in the store and the employees are all lined up in the vending machines.
I like
Yep.
it.
That's
Clean-
bullshit.
Cleaning them out. Yeah.
That's smart. You get a job at Target, make some money.
Yeah,
No.
legit.
Real smart. Hit every drop early. Jesus.
I've seen other videos where like the employees like stop regular customers from doing that as well.
Wait,
But
it happened to
it's
GameStop, didn't it? With Journey? No, what was the one before Journey? Prismatic.
Oh,
when
yeah.
the guys at GameStop were basically someone ordered 10, and then GameStop changed the rules that you had limited per 2, and then he went into the store and then saw a GameStop employee buying stuff, and he was like, "No, you can't have your rest. You can only have the
wasn't
limit."
that the one over on
That was
22?
it was the one in Union.
Yeah, Union. Nice.
That's actually our local GameStop that
That's Jizzy, baby.
yeah, so he ordered 10 and they actually approved the 10. Like his order went through. He had the 10, everything was secured. And then for people who went in store, they basically had a limit of 2. So I guess the manager or whatever from that location decided to be like, all right, cool. I guess because the limit's 2, I'm going to cut this guy's order down to just 2. And then when he got there was an employee buying boxes when it's like, wait a minute, if you said you're sold out and you can only give me 2, how's this guy buying boxes?
Mm-hmm.
And that ended up going viral.
But it's weird though, because like I've seen Target, Walmart selling at market prices, and then I saw a post for GameStop. They got like 120 prismatic ETBs.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I know like Walmart lets third party sellers sell on their
no,
site.
this was
but-
through
through Walmart.
through them, Target and Walmart through them, like sold by them. But then the new drop that just happened with Friday. Yeah, I saw a list of like it was limited 2 per person, but it were like 120 ETBs. Like before, they've got like we only got 10, but now they're getting a lot more. So
Did you how do you guys feel about Target following market price?
If everybody else is doing it, why not? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah,
It's-
but
they're-
they're a
they're
huge corporation.
exactly.
They should be doing
get
it
but
like if you're getting it direct from Pokemon.
Yeah, that should be allowed. It shouldn't be
They
allowed.
shouldn't be.
If you're getting direct from Pokemon, you shouldn't be allowed
Yeah.
to sell above MSRP.
Yeah, clearly the executives are looking at this saying, oh, there's a lot of money in this, and why are we losing out, I guess, or whatever they wanted to. So now they're just selling it at market? That's crazy.
But if you're listening Pokemon, we'll sell at MSRP.
Yeah. Well,
Well, we
actually,
do.
for anybody that did order from Target and did get at the higher price, because I know Milton just told me this, because he ordered, I think it was Prismatic, the pouch box. He got it for 40, because once again, they were selling it for over retail.
Mhm.
So he's able to get one at 40, but then 3 days later they released it again at retail. So then he went to Target, or I think he called them or whatever, and they actually gave him back the money
Gave him
from
money
the
back?
difference.
So they did a price match.
They did a
of,
price
like,
match basically
On
'cause-
themselves.
Yeah, on themselves exactly, which is crazy. But so if you guys did do that, just reach out to Target and get your money back, because that's wild that they're doing this. In my opinion,
Jesus.
I can't believe they're selling it for market. It's like you're a huge corporation. You should be selling for retail.
Yeah.
Going next.
Yeah. Let's get into Ben and Nuno's topic. It's kind of related. I don't know who wants to start off.
Tariffs.
Yeah, it's mostly Ben.
Tariffs.
I've seen like
It's your department.
I've noticed this Japan now where we get all the stuff from 24% is the kind of tariff on products. That's like I've only seen it recently. Prices have dropped are in and around 24%. So then basically you just getting at the same price.
So Trump was right. They're going to pay for it.
Yeah, but we're still way over market anyway.
So the market price dropped.
Yeah,
to
the
basically
drops.
include that
Yeah, because
that tariff percentage increase.
yeah, because I think like I looked at like Heat Wave Arena or whatever, like that dropped, and then I'd like added the percentage up, and I like looked on TCG, and it's like market price. So you're still paying market price like from it, but like I don't know what's gonna happen. Like before, they were limiting it when it first happened. They were 10% automatic, like tariff. Plus, they were only doing. I think I don't know how they're trying to get around it, but $800 maximum orders, 10 boosters.
I think there's a certain limit that there's a threshold that the tariffs only kick in at a certain limit. I don't know if it counts for this, but there are products that you could ship under a certain amount and you won't be charged that higher
Yeah, it
tariff.
said
So maybe that's a loophole they're taking advantage of.
$800,
Right.
But we were ordering like $20,000 worth of stuff.
Just break it up into 30 shipments.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
But then we have to pay shipping on each one of those products, and obviously that's not.
No,
That's not
and
cheap.
usually we get it fast as well, like 2-3 days.
Hmm.
Like it were a pretty good system, and then we got messed up.
yeah, I mean, usually the Japanese boxes were always cheaper than
Yeah,
the American ones, and with how much they produce, it's just more readily available. With the shortage on what we're able to get from the English market now, we were relying heavily on the Japanese.
Yeah, but that
yeah,
also shot up the price of the Japanese.
They shot up the prices of
Yeah,
the
as soon
Japanese,
as
and
they-
then,
soon
the
as they s-
the
yeah.
tariffs, though, that whole situation kind of caused prices all to go up. So,
I mean,
Yeah.
the tariffs kind of actually brought them back down a little bit.
well, now
yeah,
you,
but
you're
you're
noticing,
still paying it.
but that initial
Exactly, you're still paying the same amount, which is it's crazy. But
the
they
initial week when
raised
all
it.
that got announced, like everything was pretty
Stopped.
much on halt. Like there
Wait,
was,
I think they were a holiday as well.
yeah,
I think they were trying to figure out what the tariffs
Yeah.
even were, how the laws worked, and how it applied to them. That's a lot of retailers were holding off on ordering product because of that.
And I held off because I didn't know how much I was going to pay, and then they put a stop on it because they didn't know if they were going to get charged. Like, are they going to get charged when we send it? Like, are they going to get that bill? And then if it's already in transit, is someone going to be honest and like say, "Oh, here's another 24%"?
yeah.
A
Was
lot
that
of people won't.
that was during the release of Heatwave Arena?
No, Gloria Team Rocket.
Gloria Team Rocket. That's pretty much when you saw the prices like skyrocket. And
Yeah.
it was the demands for the set as
Even-
well. But then I think with the tariffs and everything,
Even now, I'm looking at like black and white, $130 or
Mm.
135.
that's a lot higher than
I'm
normal.
sure retail in Japan's like $30 or $40.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's only certain distributors that are allowed to sell. So they buy them from them. So everyone's kind of second market. You're not buying it from an actual distributor because then that's what we kind of got the idea from in Japan. Like they'll rip the plastic off. So you'll see, like obviously it shows and stuff. You either get it with shrink wrap or without. So obviously with the shrink wrap, they pay a lot higher because they're getting it direct from their distributors.
Right.
Yeah, but you remember, well, I don't know, like like a year ago, you'd be able to get boxes from Japan for what, 50, $60 max.
Yeah, you could.
They were selling here for 70 to 80.
But now demand is high here.
Now,
Everyone's jumping onto the Japanese. So
That's why
yeah,
they shot
for
up.
release, Gloria Team Rocket with $200, $220.
Yeah,
for-
that's
to get it
crazy.
for
which was
release.
insane. I don't think we've ever seen it that high.
No,
I refuse to buy it.
Yeah, I mean we held off for
Even
like
the specialty
two
sets.
weeks, like 2-3 weeks
Yeah.
before we finally put an order in.
Because I was like, for us to make any money, like no one's gonna pay $250. Like even if we just went and sold a thing, and no one, some people would, Nuno,
What?
But then,
Not Japanese. He collects English only.
Well, it's depends. Like the, especially with recently.
Well,
the
exclusives.
the
you'll get them.
exclusives, yes, the exclusives. I tend to collect what I like in Japanese at least. I finally ordered the briefcase.
the Timu briefcase.
Yep. No, it's not a Timu briefcase.
Alibaba, AliExpress.
It's
No.
the worst thing ever.
Listen, I got it. I know it's a cool to add to the collection. So I finally got one. The price came down just enough where I felt comfortable buying it.
Have you got it yet?
Yeah, it
You
came,
opened
it actually.
it?
Yeah, I did. I opened it just to make sure that it was good, but I
To
put it
make
back.
sure,
I
open
put
to
it
make
back in
sure
the
that
box.
there's nothing inside.
It comes with a booster box, but
Did you open
that's
it?
it. Yeah.
You get anything?
Oh, the booster box? No, I'll keep the booster box sealed. I just closed it back up, put it away.
Yeah, I would keep that whole thing sealed
That's
up.
Yeah,
good.
that's what
Do you know
that's what I
what?
was
That's what I like about collectors. I'm going to buy something and then I'm going to put it away and never look at it again.
I mean,
But then the worst part is he'll never sell any of this stuff.
yeah,
No.
yeah,
You know, his kids are gonna enjoy the fruits of his
Mm.
labor.
That's true.
Eventually.
Eventually.
that's true.
I don't know. I'm trying to find out where his storage locker is. He's lost me twice now.
He's quick.
Yeah.
I mean, when you put the tracker in his car, right?
I never thought about that.
Pardon me?
Oh, sorry, nothing.
Can't do that to him and get arrested.
But you know, now that we're on the topic of Japanese cards, I know Nuno wanted to speak on Japanese cards.
Yeah, mostly with it was tied into what Ben was saying with the tariffs about product being available and stuff like that. But I feel like the quality of Japanese product has always been better. I don't know if I can't be the only one that thinks that. It's basically you could see that you can have cards side by side. One that comes to mind I think is the Giratina, the V-Star, the gold from Crown Zenith. If you look at the artwork of both cards, even the texture, the details, the colors, it's the Japanese one is just much higher quality. I don't know if it's something to do with the printing facilities. If maybe I'm sure Pokemon has much higher standards with.
Well, the Japanese in general just take a lot of pride in what they do with
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
You know.
I think it has to do a lot with that because I agree. Like I always said that I always prefer the Japanese art and the quality of the cards. But even when you send them to PSA, you'll see a lot of 9s and 10s. You don't really see like a 6. Like if you open it pack fresh, right, send it to PSA, you don't really see that many unless obviously somebody did something and by mistake put it in a binder or something and it got messed up. But if you open a pack, send it to PSA, you're most likely going to get a 9 or a 10 for sure. Now you do see some English that you can get like a 7 or a 6
fresh out of the pack.
Exactly, fresh out of the pack. And I don't know, I feel like the quality control there is
It's
just
just-
way better.
It's wherever they print. Like, because Pokemon rent spaces. They rent printing.
But do they have people directly from Pokemon at those facilities
I don't think they do.
checking their qualities? Because here in the States, I'm not sure they do.
No, I don't think they do because I think they rent a print run. Like that's why they've been struggling with it because I've seen it. Someone opened a Pokemon card with sports card like print on it.
I saw that. Yeah, had
It's,
NFL players
yeah.
printed on it like a
No, that
shadow.
was on Prismatic. That was during the
Yeah.
Prismatic prints, right?
So because they're buying print runs in printing facilities, they're not actually got their own
Mhm,
kind
mhm.
of warehouse.
That facility's also
Yeah.
printing sports cards. Yeah.
They're taking
So,
turns.
they're just like, here you go, print these, and then it's like people don't care.
Well, the people that open the cards do.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
but
How many of those, what do you call them, off-center errors?
Yeah,
The-
the
the one-
OC, the miscuts.
The
all
miscuts,
that- all
exactly.
that.
How many have you seen in Japanese?
No. I mean,
Exactly.
they may exist. I don't think I've ever seen any.
It's
You see a lot more of those errors on the U.S. print runs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see a bunch of them. Like we get them and people send them to PSA and it's like half of one card, half of another, and you're like, how the hell did that pass through?
Yeah, but if they're going to be printing in mass, especially they had announced that they were going to do a lot of reprints, more print runs, stuff like that. I think they should keep up with the quality control though.
that's where you lose though. You do mass and you lose color.
Yeah, I mean, but this is an issue that's been going on for years. 2017, the Burning Shadows, almost every card in that set had whitening on the background. you would pull the chase on that was the Rainbow Charizard at the time, the Charizard GX. There's barely any 10s. That's why the price on that card is so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But there's barely any 10s. A lot of them were getting 7, 8s, 9s.
But is that when they moved across? Is that when they started printing? Yeah. Or have they always printed it?
That's a good question.
They started
That's a
with
good
Wizards of
question.
the Coast, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was from
Wizard-
the beginning. I think.
And is it still Wizards?
No,
No.
it's not Wizards.
Right.
of the
no.
Coast.
That was a couple years ago. They switched over.
The
A
last
long
set.
time ago.
The last set to be for Wizards of the Coast, I think, was the Gym Challenge, Gym Heroes, or
Yeah,
did,
I
did,
think
it,
it
did
was.
it go? Did it go after that? That was already like years.
Okay,
ago.
okay.
Yeah,
Like
long
20
time
years
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
long
Yes.
time
After that,
Delayed.
they printed themselves, and I don't know if they automatically printed here, if they were selling from Japan, and like because I think One Piece does that, right? One Piece still prints English in Japan.
That's
I
why the
think
cards are
that's well, that is true. That's why the artworks are
Well, I'm surprised they
pretty accurate.
didn't do that with Pokemon. I mean, now probably can with the tariffs, but before,
Yeah.
Mm.
invest in one print facility and ship it over.
The print facilities that they have here is like you're saying. They basically take turns printing
Yeah.
different stuff. Whose ever turn it is.
I'm
They
sure
think
they have
it's
good
been-
facilities. It's high quality. It just the quality control is not there, I guess.
Yeah, but everything's better in Japan. I think there were an airport that just went 10 years without losing any luggage
In Japan,
in Japan.
yeah, they take such pride in their
Yeah.
work.
They do,
That,
yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, I saw not just on Japanese, on English cards.
Hmm.
Someone did the 2-month kind of drop. I don't know did I share it? I
Hmm.
don't know. I shared it with, and did like loads of cards have started dropping now, like alt arts, like the Muse, like the Magikarps, like a lot of the alt arts are dropping.
Japanese?
English and in Japanese is like it's high, set releases, dives, and then there's one card maybe that stays high,
Yeah, it's usually the chase.
Yeah,
Whatever,
that's it.
whatever special
Yeah.
art rare is in that set.
and then every
Yeah,
other card's
Usually their
$2.
market's not as volatile, basically in Japan. Like, luckily once it launches, it drops to a specific price, and usually it stays there pretty accurate.
I think they got better
The
though.
trainers usually are
Yeah.
worth more over there than here. Trainers are something that drop here, and over there they stay pretty high.
But
Um,
we always used to release 2 sets. There used to be one good card out of that 2 sets, and then they basically that one was just ridiculous, like $300-400, and every other card was like $5.
Well, there's always a big spike before the set releases in a lot of the cards. Once the set releases, if you wait like 2 or 3 weeks, a majority of the prices end up dropping. Only the real chase cards end up staying high.
I mean, have you guys seen this thing about China now getting in the Pokemon game?
They have some pretty cool exclusive.
That's what
Like
I'm saying.
cards
Yeah.
that-
They're doing exclusives that don't exist neither in Japan or the U.S.,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah,
is
but that
now
they're-
making it more appealing to actually go Chinese.
They're getting their own print runs. Yeah.
And they've
Yeah.
just agreed a tariff hold, I think.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I know
Oh,
there's some
okay.
kind of agreement that's just been signed.
I mean, that's good for us. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I think with the 151 they did it. Now I saw something with a bunch of evolutions because they had like a couple of Pikachus on the 151 set that they did originally that didn't
Mhm.
exist in English, and now they're doing like a bunch of evolutions that won't come out in Japan or US.
But
I think
different
someone's-
different arts and everything too from
Yeah.
what we got here.
Yeah, different arts, and it's not even one; it's like multiples. Because their Master Ball, the Master Ball claw for them is different.
Yes.
It has like
Yeah.
a big
Yep.
Pokeball on it or a big Master Ball on it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of having this bunch of smaller ones. So that's obviously one of them. And then they also have like different arts. That's pretty cool.
All right, something I want to talk about. Last week we were talking about Whatnot and a lot of the problems around Whatnot. That got me thinking about what would be your dream platform if you had to build it. I'm thinking of a combination of Whatnot and eBay had a baby. The entertainment value of Whatnot and the reliability of eBay.
I mean, that's kind of what you would need.
The-
Yeah.
the
If you're going to
platforms-
say that, because eBay always stands behind their, like, the customer
Mhm.
basically. So you would definitely need a platform like somebody as big as them, at least, that they can stand behind the customer. And honestly, eBay will kick you off. They don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they don't care. Like they'll be like, all right, cool. You messed up this many times. You're out of here. You
They're
know what I'm saying?
they're not so strict like an Amazon, but they will punish you and they will temporarily suspend you. They will permanently ban you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little lenient. You have to really be a bad actor, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
they will.
The platform's not the problem. It's the people. The people are the problem.
Well, we had somebody comment on one of our videos. I think Mike, you responded to him that he said that he applied to Whatnot, never interviewed, never did anything. He got an email like 2 weeks later saying, "Hey, you're approved. You can start streaming."
Yeah, and he's like, if they approve me, what the hell?
That's what I'm saying. Like they just like that right there is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
When we got accepted, we had to do an interview with them. We had to go like not only interview, we had to sit there and they told us everything to do and all that, and they kind of like showed us things. And then after that, they're like, "All right, cool. Now you guys are ready to go live. And if you violate any of these things, you can get kicked out."
Mm-hmm.
It was like the orientation.
Yeah.
Remember we had to get on a
Well,
phone
I
call
think
with them and
the way eBay combats that is anyone can sell, but they put limits on how much you could sell until you show that you have a proven track record. And then there's also your reviews that counts for a lot. You know, you won't go buy something expensive from someone with 0 reviews. You know, but yeah, I mean, does what not have any limits on what you could sell when you first get on the platform? Maybe that's the issue.
No.
They should ease people into it.
Mm-mm.
You know, cut you off once you hit a certain limit, and come back next month and do it again.
I mean, the only thing they do is it's with the payouts.
They hold your payout.
Yeah, they hold your payout.
Yeah, I don't know if they changed it or it's like you have to hit a certain value in sales or a certain amount of sales
Yeah,
before you can get instant payout.
yeah, that's what it was.
But then the thing is, like, I think with it as well, like, if someone opens one pack or they're annoyed or whatever, like, do you hold the full payout or do you just hold the one person that complains?
Yeah, you hold that specific amount for that specific product.
Could be like $5-6.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then if they're stealing a Moonbryon or whatever. I think the thing is, like, there just needs to be, like, a better ways to stop people. It's like one and done. You kicked off, you're done. Like, you're never going back on it,
Yep.
kind of thing. But it's like people change their name. They just sign up through someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they can't make it so easy to come back. And, like, it starts from the top. Like, what were they called? The Giants guy. I know I was fucking about him before.
Blake.
Yeah,
Blake
they didn't
Martinez.
kick him off straight away. Like, and if someone who's doing it, like the bigger people, then they'll be like, well, if they're doing it, then I'm just going to do it. You got to lead by example.
Yeah, I mean, eBay's pretty strict with that. I mean, Amazon even more so. They, if you try to open multiple accounts, Amazon will flag you automatically. They're looking at your phone number, your address, your social security. They'll bank accounts that are linked up. You have to have a completely different identity. Even if you live in the same house as someone else, you open an account, your wife opens an account, they'll flag that.
Oh, yeah.
But eBay's a lot more lenient. You could have multiple accounts, but when you start getting in trouble, they'll start looking into that kind of thing.
The only thing I find with eBay is a lot of market manipulation.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy for people to do. You just do it with your friends, just buy it backwards and forwards between each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you might pay a fee or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It might cost you 10% or whatever on it. But you can bump prices up.
Yeah. And, the issue I had with what I was doing is the bigger sellers will kind of gang up on you. They'll buy your product, leave you a bad review, and then return it just to get you kicked off the platform. More so on Amazon than eBay,
Yeah.
but yeah, they'll shut you down real quick. Especially if you're stepping on, not to single anyone out, but a Chinese product. A lot of these Chinese companies realize, why are we selling to Americans to sell on Amazon? We could sell directly on Amazon. We'll make it and sell it.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to order something from China and try to sell it on Amazon at a competitive price, it's a mafia. They'll shut you down.
Yeah.
They came after me hard.
Yeah.
I got like a 10-year ban on Amazon.
speaking from experience. Huh?
Yeah.
That's great.
But that's what companies should do. I know I didn't like how that happened, and Amazon has changed their policies to combat that.
Mhm.
But that shows how Amazon takes a stand on reviews and customer experience, and they'll ban you for 10 years.
I mean, to the other side of it, right? And I think you do see this on one end as well, because this happened to us, and even now with the store, it still happens to us. There's gonna be also people that also try to take advantage, and they're gonna leave you bad reviews and do the things on purpose just to try to get one over on you as well.
Absolutely.
So I think once again, Whatnot or eBay or whatever, they gotta also keep track on them as well, and also get them off the platform.
It seems like an easy thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
See who's complaining, who's
Exactly.
getting people
Yeah.
banned the most, and
Because
see
if you
what's
buy
going on.
something and then you don't pull something and then you ask for a refund just because you didn't get a hit, but you already knew the risk, that's a risk you're taking, that's also not fair either.
Mhm.
And if you do that multiple times, a red flag should pop up saying,
Absolutely,
hold on, why does this person keep requesting a refund just because it's not fair either? So
But
don't
that-
buy anymore.
That just goes into, like, Whatnot should be easy, though. It's all recorded.
Yeah.
You can just spend a 10-second clip on when you do it. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? And then someone goes in, verifies it. Yep, that's actually good. Or no, you're just unhappy. Then they might get banned, or they get a temporary ban.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? For basically, and then their account gets flagged, and then if it happens again, yeah, do you know what I mean? They might be right next time or whatever, but
Mhm,
then they
mhm.
get banned off it, and then you never go back on.
The host. Were we able to keep the recordings of the shows that we did?
I went around when we did it. I
wasn't-
think it
that
just
wasn't around?
started maybe.
Is that I know like as a buyer,
if you did it
can-
with YouTube, you could, because YouTube would keep it.
You guys have
YouTube
some
would
stuff
keep
on
it.
YouTube because you were streaming to YouTube.
Yeah, okay,
But-
so that's what it was.
But the problem is it doesn't show
the comments or anything like that.
exactly.
It
Just the
basically
live
just
v-
the
feed.
live
yeah.
feed.
So you're gonna be able
But
to
you can-
hear, but that's it.
As a customer, you can record clips of what you're buying, and
Oh,
that's
no, but-
basically the only way that then you would have proof.
No,
if
but
something
Whatnot were
happens.
basically saying you can instead of recording the whole show, they were recording the clips of when the purchase.
when it's their turn.
Yeah,
basically.
when it's basically their turn, you can see that clip.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
And then there were an error saying, "Oh, well, we can't see them clips anymore." Like they basically any old clips got deleted. I think it's just bad from Whatnot. Do you know what I mean? Mismanagement of it.
Yeah.
Like if you do it right, you can run it right. But like you just like, are they going to spend that amount of money on it? Probably not.
Yeah, this touches on what we went into depth last week on episode 2. You know, if anyone's interested in that, could go back and kind of listen to that. We really went into depth on Whatnot. But yeah, I mean, it's an ongoing struggle, you know, and that's what got me thinking about this topic is, you know, eBay is such a rock solid, reliable platform, but it's not exciting, you know,
Yeah.
and eBay does live now, but it's just not exciting. It's not
Mhm.
gamified like Whatnot, you know. I think there is room in the market for, you know, Whatnot and eBay bastard child.
Yeah.
If someone wanted
Yeah,
to
100%.
invest in building that platform, I think
Just
there's money to be made there.
with a little more security.
More security, more reliability, you know, gamify it, but not Wild West like Whatnot. Everyone could kind of just make things up as they go.
But on eBay creating a monopoly, didn't they buy TCG Player?
Yeah, they did.
And then they own like part of Fanatics or something like that, or that's probably next week's episode.
I mean,
I'll do some more research.
I mean that's
Yeah.
eBay, but like I don't know.
Allegedly.
I'm honestly,
Allegedly.
I'm honestly surprised that like Amazon. I know eBay did start doing their version of lives, and they're obviously hoping that takes off. And then Amazon also I think has like some type of live, but it's also kind of like weird. But I'm surprised none of these huge, you know, like Instagram has. I'll say Facebook has the money behind it to really go after something like that, or
People do live on Facebook. It's just not like built into the platform. It's not
Exactly.
made for
That's
that.
what I'm saying,
But
yeah, they-
I seen TikTok is getting into that now. People are doing lives. It looks a lot like Whatnot.
yeah, TikTok kind of got into it. The only problem is with TikTok. Well, I don't know if they updated it because when we kind of did a couple of TikToks,
Yeah.
the only thing is you can only put on like specific products. So
Oh,
like
okay,
products
okay.
that have a barcode or something like that. So you can't do like the singles, you know, run a 1 minute timer and bid up.
Mhm,
You'd
mhm.
have to do just run that product and at that dollar amount.
Right.
So they didn't add that portion of it, but that might be once again that might fall into like a gambling type thing. I don't know how that.
Right.
Well,
Right.
there's people that do lives on Instagram and on Twitch, but you would basically end up. They send you to their
The site,
website.
yeah.
Mhm.
They send you to their website to make the purchase, and then make you a queue, and then when it's your turn, they'll open it live.
Yeah, but the integration of one system is what made Whatnot appealing.
Yeah.
That,
it was all
that's why-
built into the
that's
You know,
system.
it's
why-
like the
that's why
chat
Whatnot
is
took
there.
off, yeah.
You can bid right now. It's gonna bid up right then. You see everything on screen. Once it's done, even for us on the back end, it's simple. As long as you have a bag, write the name of the person or the
mhm.
screen name, whatever, and the order number. Once it comes time to ship out, literally just print the label and the thing. It was
Yeah.
like quick.
Yeah, that was all integrated
It was
into their system.
very So I think that's what made Whatnot very appealing is the system. But
Mhm.
Mhm.
I don't know how these huge corporations can't figure out a system like that for
It
themselves.
depends on what you want to, how much money you want to spend on it there.
It's a big investment.
Yeah.
I guess.
Or if it don't work, then
Yeah, it's something I wanted to bring up. I think there's a market for it. I think there's room. I think people are kind of getting sick and tired of Whatnot. You know, obviously people trust eBay, but it's just it doesn't have the fun factor to it.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, food for thought. I mean, viewers at home, if you want to chime in and tell us what your dream platform would be, you know, what features you would like,
Yeah. Of
you know,
course.
chime in the comments, jump in, let us know. Maybe that's something we'll bring back up again and rehash. All right, let's get into the game.
I want to play a game.
Oh,
All right,
God.
so
here we go.
we're looking at the top 5 highest selling cards on eBay yesterday. Highest
Mhm.
selling in terms of price. And what we're going to do is we are going to order them, or the guys here are going to order them from highest selling to lowest seller. So let me read off these cards, and then you guys could start taking your guesses. So we have a 2025 Umbreon EX from Prismatic, PSA 10. We have a Charizard CGC Gem Mint 10 from Base Set Unlimited. A 2001 Ho-Oh, is that how you say that?
Mhm.
Yep.
From Neo Revelations, PSA Gem Mint 10.
First edition.
First edition. We have a Japanese promo from the XY series 2015 Magikarp. And last up, we have a 2003 Gengar from Skyridge.
So, number one, 2400. Number two,
No, we're going top to
Yeah, highest selling to lowest selling. So this
highest
is
selling
this is
and-
what sold the
and
highest on
value.
eBay yesterday.
value.
yeah. So highest selling is
No, I'm trying to do the.
Gengar. You think?
No.
No.
Don't
Punch-Out.
forget Gengar's I'm not sure if I mentioned that.
Okay,
PSA
it's a
9.
9, okay.
That's the only 9.
A base set Charizard is
Base set unlimited.
unlimited.
It's unlimited.
is-
Yes. I don't think that's gonna be one.
This is CGC as well.
Highest. What do you think is gonna be the Poncho then?
Poncho. No.
No, not the Poncho for sure. You think the Umbreon's gonna go higher?
The, but the is a
Asking the
robot.
expert.
Are we gonna see who wins or?
I mean, you guys collectively
Oh,
just
so you're
order
saying
them
like-
up. Yeah,
You're saying we should just do it
work
individually?
together, and then we'll there's no prize. I'm not giving out fucking prismatic ETB boosters here.
Word.
My-
Where's the hole from?
if you want my opinion,
Neo Revelation. All right. So
are you gonna end up showing
Do
this
you,
on screen?
if you want my
Yes.
if
Yes.
you want my opinion, obviously Bags just asked.
Well, okay, no. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think?
I'm thinking the whole is throwing me off because his first edition is a
Yeah.
10.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
That could be like whatever it's called, the red herring. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna from highest to lowest. I'm gonna do 3,
So Ho-Ho, number
Yeah.
1.
3, 4.
Then Magikarp, number 2.
Yeah,
Mm,
it's just the CGC base set. That's what it is.
I think
I
CGC
do
base is gonna be 5.
I do 3 CGC base set 3 because that other one's only 24 for the Umbreon, I think.
And you think that Magikarp's not 24?
Magikarp's like 5. No, 3.
Not that one.
Is it 10?
Maybe.
I say that.
That's the
That
order.
way?
That's the order. That's your guess.
Yeah. What's your guess? Take a picture. Take a picture of my guess. You've got your phone.
I got it.
Oh, you
And
took a
then
picture.
Jeff-
So
Jeff, what's yours?
okay.
Hmm.
Same.
I mean, yeah. Swap out the
Same.
just swap out the Zard.
Yeah, where you want it.
Same. but
Yeah, put the
different.
Zard to 5. CGC, bro.
Same. Same.
And then yeah, you can move.
Same, but different. Same.
Yeah, leave it like that. That's good.
All right.
That's how I'll leave it.
Nuno?
Zard can stay where it's at. In fourth, put the Gengar.
Okay.
Third, put the Ho-Oh.
Oh.
And then move the Poncho up to first, and then the Umbreon second.
Have you bought these?
That's my guess.
I got these from Nuno's eBay account.
Oh, got it. So he's the one that bought them.
his purchases yesterday.
I knew it. This is rigged.
He ain't buying 9s.
All right, final guess, Nuno. That's it. Final
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
All right, take a look. Number 1,
Oh, okay.
Magikarp,
You got that.
Yeah.
Ooh. So you're right.
Yeah.
$4,599.
I guess we had a 9
Damn.
then. That's the one we sold. at 9.
Japanese promo. Number 2, Ho-Oh,
Oh,
4,500.
Oh, come on.
bullshit. I want to revote.
First
know.
edition.
Really? Oh, yeah, I guess that first edition.
PSA
Gem
10.
10. Yeah.
Number 3, Gengar,
No way.
I told
PSA
you.
9, 3,450.
Should get your money back.
Number 4, the base set unlimited Charizard, CGC Gem in 10.
That threw me off.
Yeah, and then number 5, the Umbreon EX.
Damn it.
Wow.
I think that might have came down in price in the last week.
No, I think there were one sold for 31, but that's the price thing. But then the other ones are like 24.
Hmm.
I want to price check. Price check.
So I got the Magikarp right, but then none of the other ones. Did you get any right, Ben?
No? 0.
Good job.
We suck.
Ben's guess here. Where's that, Jeff's?
That's Jeff's. That one mine.
So we got the Gengar, right?
Oh, did I say King of 3?
Oh, I don't know. I think I said Gengar. Oh.
No,
Whose is this?
not mine. Did I say Ho first? Yeah. Or you
Yeah,
said,
me and you said Ho first.
you said
No,
oh,
no,
that
yeah,
was mine.
that's yours. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Yeah, I
got
moved
0.
Gengar to third. So all I got was Gengar. Damn it.
Do you know with all this expert knowledge, we should open a shop.
Yeah.
Make a lot of money.
Yep.
All right, thanks for playing. We'll try to incorporate some more games into the podcast. See if the viewers at home are interested in something like that.
Do better next time.
We'll do
Yeah.
better next time.
I mean, we're gonna try.
All right, let's get into.
Probably better off with singles.
Yeah, we could do that too. We could do that.
Single? Yeah, singles might be a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Speaking of singles, you guys see that the guy from FaZe Clan spent $30,000?
Oh, I saw that. Hey, you didn't get the chase card, right?
No, he did. But
Oh,
it took him,
yeah, yeah.
It took him $30,000.
But one chase card and
He was
$30,000.
He was going to pull the Umbreon SIR. He basically he didn't want to buy the card. He's like I want to pull it.
Is that 30,000 at market price, or did he
Whatever,
get it?
no, wherever he could get product from, he was just buying whatever.
I think he
could
was
get.
buying it wherever he could get it. It was mostly market, I think.
I forget the exact number of packs that it ended up being, but he's like, I want to pull. He wanted to basically have the experience of pulling the card instead of just going out and buying it.
He
But
could've just
does it make sense to spend that much money to get the chase
No.
card?
No.
How many sets could he have bought? Complete sets.
What he could have done, he could have just bought the Umbreon, resealed the pack, and then opened it.
What are you learning from what now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Guaranteed hits.
I mean, bro, 30K is.
How far would you go?
I mean, did he actually pull it though?
He pulled it. Yeah, he ended up pulling
So
it. I think.
How
I'm
long
one-
into the, packs did he?
I don't
pull it?
remember. I don't remember how many days it took him, but I know the day he finally pulled it, he stayed up until like 3 or 4 in the morning.
You say
And that's
days?
yeah,
Took him
and then
days?
that's
That's a
when
lot
he
of products open.
No, he was doing it. He kept buying boxes, taking all the packs out, stacking them up. He would rip, and then the one day he stayed up until like 3 or 4. He pulled it.
I like how Nuno's like, oh, how much would you spend? And I'm like, how much did you spend?
No, I ended up just buying the card.
Nuno's like, sucker. I would cap it at 20 grand.
No.
I mean, we just saw right there. PSA 10 was what, 3K?
24 now.
It's
Well, this was from yesterday. It sold for yesterday,
Yeah,
3K.
yeah. There's one sold for 3,100, but then I think the others are sold around 24.
Gotcha.
I think that's someone were like trying to bump the prices back up.
Mm.
I mean,
Gotcha.
damn though, 30K is wild to just pull one card. That's
I mean,
If he can afford it,
no
sure,
no
but
sane collector would do that. He was doing it also for the content.
I think so. I think he
Did
was
you
also doing it for
see
content.
what's the other one? Adam Ross. Adam Ross opening a base set booster with Logan Paul.
I saw that.
And
yeah.
he's like, we're like, oh, you should. Logan Paul was like, you should have got like a first edition one. And he went, you
He's
can
like-
do that.
He's like, wait,
Oh,
what? Yeah,
yeah.
I did see that. Clip.
And then and then he's like, how much are they? He's like 200-300 grand.
Yeah.
He's like, can you get one? To
Yeah.
one of these
They called someone up. They're
And
like
he's-
300K. He's like, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Can you overnight it? Can you overnight?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Can we get it now?
Yeah,
yeah.
Must
They
be nice to have
they
that few
called,
money.
They
Was-
called XQC.
they were doing a live stream, I guess. To
Yeah,
open,
they were doing
to
a
open
live
the box.
stream,
Is that
yeah.
what it was? Yeah.
Yeah, and then they called XQC, and XQC is like, I know. He's like, I don't have one. He's like, I know somebody, but he's like, it's gonna cost you like 300 or 400K, and they're like, all right, cool, call him, set it up. And he's like, I can't do that right now, bro. He's like, well, we need it now. It's just like,
I
damn.
know, like people are just like walking around with first edition base set boosters.
Well, that's what XQC was telling them. He's like, bro, this is not something that like you see every day. This is something that's rare. Like,
You could have bought one off Logan Paul.
No, I went and get some GI Joe. I wonder what he did with those boxes. He probably just you think he scrapped there. He ended up getting his money back, I think, right?
I think it were all bullshit.
You think
I
so?
mean- I
Do you
mean,
think
did
that
it-
was all set up?
Content. Content. 100%.
I don't know.
I don't know.
100%
That's a lot
content.
of money to spend for.
I mean, if it was
Did
content,
Did he actually spend it?
Uh,
Did you see?
I mean, I think
him drop his
the original
card?
seller ended up giving him his money back.
is that what? Is that?
I'm
what
pretty
it is?
sure.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
I mean, but content, bro. Like, if you wanted content, you should have opened those GI Joes. Because I was interested to see what was in those packs.
I think he did. No, I don't know if they did or not. But
But do you know how much it blew up and how much the Pokemon it went crazy from it?
well, that was like one of the initial booms during
Yeah.
that time was getting a big influencer like that involved in the hobby.
I don't know if you saw this. I saw this headline the other day. Steve Aoki sends 35,000 cards to PSA Vault.
No wonder the
He's a big collector.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge collection.
But that's just not Pokemon. That looks like it's sports.
Yeah.
A whole bunch
Yeah,
of other
he's got
A little bit of everything.
Magic.
He, I was watching a clip, and he said his father was a collector, and he's been collecting since he was a kid.
It his father Benny Hanna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started Benihana
Yeah,
restaurant.
basically, yeah. What's the oh my god, what's that like card game thing that he was a part of? They actually had his own set from that came back right now.
Metazu?
Metazu. Yeah, he actually had like a couple of his own cards and stuff in Metazu.
Interesting.
Oh,
And
the
the-
new set's coming up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just came back.
Now, what's the appeal of sending your collection to PSA Vault?
It's secure.
Safer storage,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, for somebody like him, it makes sense because obviously, unless you have a vault in your house, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to leave $35,000 card. You know, I mean, 35,000 cards. I
yeah.
mean,
Probably worth millions of dollars.
exactly. Yeah, where that somebody finds out where you live.
Yeah, unlike Nuno, who keeps it in a storage unit on Route 22.
Yeah, exactly. Union, New Jersey.
Wait, we're trying
Yeah.
Is it?
It's one of the ones in
We're
Union, New
trying to bait
Jersey.
him.
That was a good guess.
we're taking this out of the video, right? All right.
The search continues. Join us next week.
All right,
for
so-
Nuno's Pokemon collection.
The hunt
we-
continues.
We narrowed it down. If you guys see us go live, all of a sudden, and from a storage unit, you're gonna know where we are. This was some bolt cutters.
Yeah.
Actually, we have bolt cutters in the back, don't we?
Be an epic episode of Storage Wars.
Yeah,
Exactly. Your bolt cutters. I'll use your own bolt cutters. I got you.
that's what I said. I can't wait for Nuno to miss a payment and I buy for over $400.
What
You should have froze his accounts while he was in Turks and Caicos.
Do you have auto pay on there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm not missing a payment.
What kind of? I mean, I don't know if you actually do that or not, but if you did, what kind of insurance would they give you if the place burned down?
Not a lot. I think it was only like 5 or 10 grand, something like that. But I don't have everything there. Like, don't listen to what these guys are saying. Please
Yeah, the rest
don't.
is in his house, and we'll put the address right here, bottom of the screen. Yeah, his room is the left window. You're looking at the front of the house.
Very accessible by ladder.
Yeah. Oh man. Poor
Yeah,
Nuno.
man. All right, let's talk about your milestone here. What's this thing on the table?
So, well, they actually sent this kind of late, but just wanted to shout out to the community and say appreciate every one of their customers. We hit 10,000 sales on
6 months ago.
Shopify. Yeah, basically 6 months ago. It takes them a little while to send it, but it's a
They're
cool
usually-
gesture from them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really nice that they send us this token saying 10,000 sales. We're at like a little bit over
just hit
20,000
20.
at this point.
Just did 20.
Yeah.
Do you know what the
so
next milestone is?
50, I think.
50?
Yeah, 50,000. So it's a big milestone for us. So we just want to say, appreciate everyone that shop with us and
Help us get to the next one.
exactly
Yep.
help us get to that next one.
EpicTradingCollectible.com.
Appreciate everybody. Thank you. And Ben, you got somebody
Shout
on
out-
Whatnot you want to shout
Yeah,
out?
Pokemon Prince Pop. Prince Pop?
Prince Pop, yeah.
Pokemon Prince Pop. I can't even say that.
Who's this?
Nah, I went on Whatnot. I am talking so much shit about Whatnot.
He's
Just
still a
jumped in
Still
and
a
just
freaking
went,
shopper.
yeah, just went and bought some, like, do you know what I mean? It would, like now, I don't go to the big ones. Scroll down. You're going to get, do you know what I mean? With a few people, like 10 people in. Jump into people's streams. You
Just enough people so they could see you talking shit.
yeah, basically. We got some new subscribers. So that's why I said I was going to do shout out. But yeah,
Yeah, then
definitely jump in.
I think
Good. I opened all the stuff on screen. Never went off. Opened all packs.
yeah,
did
he
did it the
also
right way
tagged
then,
us on Instagram, so I reshare that as well. So if you guys still on Instagram,
Give them a follow.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, Instagram at Epic Trading Collectibles.
Epic Trading Co.
Oh.
Epic Trading Co.
I
on
don't-
Instagram.
We've been talking a lot of crap about Whatnot. It's not to say
Yeah,
that
but that's a good
it's,
story.
It's not to say that
Yeah, exactly.
everybody on there is
No,
bad.
100%.
You do have people on there doing the right thing. So still good to see.
That's the
yeah.
thing, and it's like it's probably hard for people that are doing the right thing,
Mhm.
and then you doing it, and then you just get tarred with the same brush on. Oh, I'm just gonna get scammed.
Mhm.
Like I was getting hits. I was like, oh, it's so unfair that I keep getting hits out of your packs, and then all these other streamers are just like they didn't get the packs with the hits.
Mhm. You ended up getting any good pulls?
I got a lot of Pokeballs.
Pokeballs?
Yeah, Master Balls. Got some good stuff. I gave it away though.
You did?
Yeah.
Nice.
Giveaways.
Good job.
All right, let's answer a question from our YouTube comments. You guys should talk about your current standings with each store and how you feel each one is doing. Is one location performing better than the other? Was opening another location beneficial?
Yes.
Yes, basically it was opening another location beneficial. Yes, that was
It was
Why?
a big jump for us.
It were
Yeah.
beneficial because we always wanted to do tournaments.
Yeah.
but then we never had the space, or like because they were like it's part of a burger store as well, so it's like you'd have to do after hours kind of thing, and there were like only certain times that we could do it.
Mhm.
So then we severely underestimated the space in the other store.
Mm-hmm.
Over here in the mall.
Yeah, in the mall.
Mhm.
So then that's why we moved here, so we can have
Mhm.
enough space, so we can have a tournament, and it doesn't affect any customers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been able to do tournaments now.
Yeah. You guys jumped right into that with the tournaments and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We've been going pretty big into that. We used to do in-store signings. We did a few. We did a few over in Springfield.
Yeah, we're
But
going to start getting back into that.
So
We
yeah.
because we signed up, we're approved Play Store Pokemon, like a Play Store with Bandai.
Bandai,
For Union Arena, Gundam, which we've got 2 events coming up in July for
One Piece
the
as
new
well.
release. One Piece, Digimon,
Digimon as well. Yeah.
and there is one more, but I don't think we do it.
We're also approved for Alestrals as well.
Yeah,
We have something every Sunday for them as well.
yeah. So if anyone's in New
Um,
Jersey, we do like is it a constructed deck, like kind of learn and play every Sunday?
For Electros?
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it's legit league. Like it's
League?
league tournaments now
okay.
every
And when
Sunday.
does that
League
start?
tournaments every Sunday.
So the training is over. Now it's leagues every Sunday.
when
cool.
that starts when this Sunday? Or
Should already be active.
next?
When today?
Yeah.
Today's
No, you
Sunday.
just sign
Do
up.
you guys not know what's going on in your store?
No, it didn't happen today.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh.
But
But
that's
I mean,
it.
they,
This
sign,
is-
they
this-
they go onto the website
oh.
and they sign up through Electros, and then we basically just provide the space.
Yeah, but that'll be as a Woodbridge location.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think seeing what we could do in Springfield, we ended up becoming limited to what we could do and how big we can grow there. So I mean,
Yeah.
and we wanted our own space so that
And with it as well, it's like we always said from the start, we're not gonna try and just make, because this is like bigger a location. Like, oh, this is our number 1 location. We're gonna have all the best stuff here and like leave everything. Or like, no, it kind of survives on its own. Yeah, yeah. If we get extra stuff, like if we get doubles and triples and stuff, we do like move it. You know what I mean? So it's available. But like, I feel like online we do, because we always posting videos. Like I think that's what we got better at. Like online, like Instagram, making sure we're doing videos. You know, as new stuff. Shop, pay or whatever.
The shop app.
Shop app, yeah.
That blew my mind for like months. 'Cause I didn't know. I didn't understand how people were seeing all the new stuff. I was like, someone just sat on our website all day, because it's like it would list it and they'd buy it. I'm like, but then realized it tells you the new additions to it.
Yeah, it gives you notifications whenever there's new listings.
Yeah, so then obviously we're doing that constantly. So it's like at least 1 or 2 videos for each store. So, and I feel like we just get growing with it, and like being fair with prices, you know, like, and just having that a lot more different like range of stuff.
Yeah, sealed, the stuff we get from Distro, that basically gets split between both
Yeah.
stores now. But each store with singles and slabs, they basically hold their own. So you can come to Woodbridge, find one range of singles, and go to Springfield, find something completely different, and they're just as good.
So you're not moving a lot of that stuff
No.
in between stores.
No.
We
You're
did
kind of
that.
self-contained.
We did it initially just to help us.
Well, we didn't do that. We just basically we built up a lot, like
An
because
inventory.
we
We
knew
built up a small
and just
inventory
kept-
that we put to the side and brought over to this
To
store
start this
to
up,
get
yeah.
us started. Yeah, and then once after that initial thing, then it just stayed separate.
Yeah, the
whole
only
time.
way it goes cross is somebody orders for in-store pickup.
Yeah.
And obviously, if they order and it's showing from here, but they rather pick up in Springfield or vice versa.
You'll ship it over to the other store
we'll,
and then
we'll do that.
Yeah,
but,
Nuno's happy to do that.
yeah,
So if
Nuno's
anyone
a
sees
shipper.
any stuff
Yeah.
in Woodbridge or Springfield, just request Nuno.
So he
to
takes
take
it over there, brings it over here. So that's the only thing that I think we really do. But now current state, like,
It's
don't-
space as well. We don't stock everything. Like now here, we've got obviously a lot more space, so we can have a lot more Funkos.
Yeah.
Like a lot more different stuff. We kind of still keep everything, like TCGs. We still like keep boosters, packs, and everything. But like we do have a lot more because obviously we've got a lot more space here.
right. So that's another benefit, just having more space for more product.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just having that kind of variety. So it's just not like, oh, we're just Pokemon store kind of thing.
Right, right.
So we can do a lot.
yeah,
lot of
we
other
never.
stuff.
One of the things we don't also look at is like the performing. Like, just that's a great question. Like, is one location performing better?
No, but they're both
I was
growing.
gonna say
though.
sales wise,
both
they
still- are
they
still
both
growing.
obviously, one does perform better than the other. Obviously, this is a bigger location, so it's going to do more sales. But then the costs also are
Mhm.
higher here. So at the end of the day, it's not really only looking at what's, selling more or anything like that. Is obviously one of the reasons we did want to come down this way is a lot of our customer base actually lived in this area. They used to go up to our Springfield location. They used to probably go up there once in a while because obviously they're not going to drive up there every time. But they kept telling us like, oh yeah, open more in this area, open more in that area. You kept hearing that. So I think we get one base up here. We get still the people that go up there. So performance, it could look one way, but then obviously you have to also look at costs, which the costs over there are not as
Like Nuno
high.
said, both stores are continuing to grow. It's not like one
Yeah.
took a hit when the other opened.
Exactly.
Nope.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, both
no,
stores
not
are
at
still
all.
in their growing phase. They're still
There's
moving.
been days where I'll come here, do a shift. I'll leave and I'll mention that we have another store in Springfield and go there and they'll be there.
Yeah.
Like it's a different.
How did they get there before you?
Well, not that they get there
Drives
before
like an
me, but
80-year-old
after.
man.
Yeah, it's a different experience with that store though. It's a little bit smaller, more homey,
Yeah.
and having the restaurant with the food, it's a different experience.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the burgers are good. So if
Yeah.
anyone wants to stop by, Super Stuffed Burgers,
In Springfield, New
Yep.
Jersey.
Yep.
they're really good. What's the burger of the month this month?
Oh, it has like this corn
Elote kind
I
of
haven't
thing?
had
latte
it
thing,
yet.
I think,
No,
on it.
I
That
haven't.
Not
was
had it
the-
yet?
No.
Damn, I want to have it. I gotta pass it on. Once I saw that elote, I was like, oh, I'm into that.
Yeah, that was so that was a question on our YouTube comments. So if you have any burning questions you want to ask the guys, leave it in the YouTube comments or
Yeah, guys, if you have any
Instagram.
questions, want to make any comments about anything we talk about, emotional outbursts, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to roast us, anything, just go into the comments. We'll make sure to address it on next coming
Absolutely.
videos
Or
and
if
that
there's
type of
any
thing.
topics you want us to discuss,
That too, yeah.
we can ignore you
Yeah.
and talk about what we
we'll
want.
continue talking about what we want to talk about. One more thing I want to talk to you guys about before we wrap it up. Someone explain the hype behind GTA 6.
Yes. What do you mean the hype around it, bro? It's been
I mean,
12 damn years we've been waiting for this.
what's going on? What's taking so long? I mean, I've seen clips. It looks amazing. I'm not a gamer. I
Yeah.
never really played the first game, but what's taking so long? Is this going to be the biggest game to ever drop on Earth?
I mean,
Is it going to be like whatever it's Cyberpunk or Punch?
no.
or whatever it is?
Rockstar, don't even try to do that with Rockstar, bro. All right, Rockstar plays on games.
They do. That's the whole point of Rockstar.
I mean, they build games. They build games. No, I don't. I think it's obviously Rockstar is a huge freaking gaming. But like, I think they did was it Red Dead Redemption in between, which took a lot of time. So I don't.
They work on one game at a time. Is that how?
I think
They
they have
operate?
teams for specific games. I think they put a lot of their manpower towards that game once it's coming close to release and that type of thing. But then at the same time, when they release GTA 5, the online components of all that and like how people were able to, I don't even know how they do that, by the way. I just play the regular game.
Mhm.
I did the regular gameplay. I played a little bit online, but I see these mods online where people like are able to mod a bunch of stuff into the game. And I think that kept people into the game for a lot longer than they
And people are still spending money and playing it.
exactly. Yeah, people are
they're
still
not in a
spending
rush, I
money, still
guess.
doing it. So I don't think they're really in a rush to release this.
Yeah,
And
we played the regular online multiplayer where
Yeah.
we're in the same world doing missions and stuff
exactly.
like that. It's a lot of fun. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
How many times though can you do running around?
No, I mean,
Killing
that's-
shooting
people.
hookers in the head.
but
Yeah.
that's why there's
A lot,
There's
clearly.
there's people that make these mods and they're able to modify the game and stuff. I don't know. I don't think that's I don't think that comes from Rockstar. That's like a third party thing that goes into
Yeah,
the game.
I actually went
But
to
It
the.
keeps
I think-
people. It keeps people
But I
entertained.
think
in the game.
Rockstar lets that happen
Oh, you think
because
so?
of the fact. I think they do because I think they're learning from it in reality.
Mhm.
And-
All these type of things, like they,
and it's community driven, so the community just keeps adding new features that they don't have to do anything.
yeah, if they do this cops, I see one of the ones I see the most is like cops and like basically like you're a cop and you have talk on the radio. You do everything just like a cop
Mhm,
and you
mhm.
chase people and you do all that. And
I have seen that. It's like a role play thing.
exactly. It's like a role
Yeah.
play.
I've seen people
Whatever.
role play jobs, like they show up like they're
Yeah,
garbage men. They'll just go around
exactly.
collecting garbage.
Yeah, so if I was Rockstar, I'd be looking into that, saying like, my
Isn't that
next
just
online, I got to
Sims?
incorporate this ourselves instead of having people mod it. Just incorporate this ourselves.
Isn't that just Sims?
I mean, partially, yeah,
Pretty
but then
much,
at the
yeah.
same time, where you can still pick
Yeah,
up
but-
hookers.
I can't wait to.
GTA has guns. You can steal cars.
Yeah,
I can't wait to not play it.
I
I
mean,
know
more.
Jeff's gonna play it.
I know, yeah, that's one of my favorite games of all time. Was
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen the
GTA.
new clips? They look amazing.
Yes.
I haven't seen
I-
them actually. I
I've,
gotta
No?
I've
check it
seen
out.
I've seen a clip
I
where
gotta check it out.
the character is holding a case of beer, just walking along, and then someone zoomed in on the video on the case of beer. You see the glass bottles, the liquids in there, swishing around, and not only that, but you see the
Bubbling,
bubbles like
yep.
Like that, they paid attention to even the little gas bubbles in the
Look at
barrier. You know?
there's a scene where he's driving the car, right? And it like kind of like the camera goes from the side where he's like, so looking from the window, like if you're just looking into somebody's window from the side, he's wearing sunglasses. The sunglasses have reflection.
Reflection of the front.
His mirror on the left,
Hmm.
I mean, his right mirror has a reflection of what's behind him. The mirror up here has a reflection. The damn windscreen, like every little, you're like, the amount of detail. they
Yeah,
put
and the
into that
processing
is
power behind that
insane.
to run those games.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy. The one I did want to bring up actually was, did you guys see that Mario Kart though? What's up? Mario Kart has open world. It's gonna be like GTA with Mario though.
Mhm.
Mario Kart World.
Yeah, Mario Kart World, but it's gonna be like you can actually go from map to map in an open world.
Are we talking about the handheld?
But
No,
No,
Switch-
this is
Switch
gonna
too?
Switch 2. Yeah, Switch 2. The next Mario Kart World on Switch 2.
Oh,
Um,
can you still get it on your old one?
Listen, man.
Your old Switch.
All right, just because I still
Re-
have the first Switch is not a problem. It still works great. All right,
Does this turn on?
it's right there. It's the one we use here.
We literally got the OLED and someone tweeted it and I'm like, Jeff, do you want it?
Yeah, no, he's like, come on, why don't you get the OLED? I was like, I'm waiting for the Switch 2 now.
What, to not get that?
I mean,
Wait to get it on trade in
If you could
5
get
years
one.
from now.
Yeah,
I was
if
gonna
you
say,
could get one.
if I can get one, because clearly I have not been able to get one. Does anybody have a bot? If you do, just drop a comment.
Hey, yo.
I mean, clearly I'm only gonna be able to get it through bots,
No, but what I think, is it,
or unless you know somebody at GameStop.
or is it really bad to get them? They sold out.
So far, I think.
And
so far.
from their initial release, I don't think they've done it again.
Yeah.
I know they did one for Nintendo. GameStop did one. Target did one.
Did you get an allocation? You were talked about it last time.
I did not,
You did
no.
not manage to go.
Did not manage to
Yeah.
go.
I might buy one and not use it.
Just
Like I did with the OLED.
Just to have a flex.
Just,
like,
just
I
to
got
say,
one.
just
Yeah.
to say to Jeff, I got Switch to say what have you got?
Just play it around Nuno while he waits for his,
Yeah,
like a poor
basically.
person.
I'll wait for 2 years to get one.
I mean, I'm just saying, if they can do that with, like, obviously if we got GTA 6 coming out, we got Mario Kart coming out with the open damn world. What's Pokemon gonna do? Because what do you think about Legends?
Legends EA.
Yeah.
We'll see. We've only had like a couple clips. It looks
Yeah.
looks pretty good.
Looks good, but
I don't know if it's going to be the same open world like the last Legends game was, Legends Arceus, but we'll see. It's going to be more centered in a city, so it should be
Should do a
better.
crossover.
What?
GTA and Pokemon.
I'm sure those mods have been made.
oh,
I'm
actually,
sure those
yeah,
mods have been
yeah,
made. You got
that's-
Ash Ketchum out there with a gun.
Oh my
Going
god,
around.
that'll be wild.
Oh, man. All right, let's wrap this up. Episode 3. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it,
next
guys.
time.
Don't forget to subscribe. It is completely free, and we really appreciate it.
Like, share, subscribe.
Thank you guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Peace.
We'll be right back.